Hi there, this is Josh from Flip Data, and today I'm going to show you how to use galleries in PowerApps. By the end of this video, you'll know what a gallery is, how to insert one into your Power App, how to connect it to your data source, and how to format the properties. So stay tuned. We are Flip Data Academy. We're exploring the world of data, analytics, and business intelligence and sharing everything that we learn with you. We have how-to videos, we break down complex topics into bite-sized learning nuggets, we share full-length training videos and show you how to revolutionize the way you use data, all in the tools that you love. So join us on our YouTube journey, and if you like what we do, check out our content-filled website to join our community and see our premium training courses. Okay, here I am at the computer. I've already got PowerApps open and I've got my Power App connected to a list of addresses stored in OneDrive for Business. So a gallery in PowerApps is essentially a control that allows the user to search or browse through a list of records and then select the record that they want. This control can then be used to interact with different things such as forms. So to insert a gallery, firstly I'm going to go to the top ribbon, I'm going to click on Insert, and then I'm going to select Gallery. Now here you've got a few different options. You have either vertical, horizontal, or flexible height. You also have blank or pre-formatted with some values. What we're going to do is select the vertical blank record. Once it's been inserted into the page, you just need to select your data source. It's already prompting me to use the data source that's already connected in my Power App, so I'm going to select that one. Okay, you can see that I've inserted my blank gallery into the page and connected it to the data source, but we're not seeing anything yet. That's because you need to select which fields you want to display to the user. PowerApps makes this really easy. It has a number of pre-formatted options. If you look at the properties panel on the right, you can see an option called layout. If I select this drop down, I then have a bunch of different layouts to select from. I'm going to choose title, subtitle, and body, and I'm going to select this. And then what it's going to do is it's going to insert these three labels into my gallery, and then it's going to pick what the title, subtitle, and content is going to be for each of these labels. We can change that in just a moment. But I'm going to play my app now so you can see what a gallery does. Okay, I'm played my app, and then you can see each record from this data source, which is a list of addresses with some contact details. I, as the user, can scroll through this list and it creates a new row for each record found in the data source. You then have these arrows that allow you to select the record. If I click on one now, it doesn't really do anything because we need to format the gallery to say to PowerApps what we want the action to be when selected, but that's essentially what a gallery does. It presents you a scrollable and searchable list of records that the user can then browse through and make a selection on a particular record. Okay, so now let's look at how we can customize the fields that we're actually displaying in each record and how we can sort of customize each row within the gallery. So here we have the top row of the gallery. This is kind of the template. Whenever you want to make changes, you only need to do them in the very top row of the gallery. Everything else will then change automatically to mirror whatever is in the top row. So what I need to do is I need to select the gallery, and you can see here I've selected one of the labels. What you need to do is select this dashed box around the top row. So make sure you have that selected. Then if I want to insert a new field, what I can do is I can insert, for example, a label. So I'm going to select text, and then I'm going to insert a label. And what this does is it inserts a new label within the container of the first row of the gallery. If I don't have the first row selected and then I insert a label, it might place that label outside the gallery, place it somewhere or on the page. It's not going to be part of the gallery. You really need to make sure you're selecting the top row. By default, it's selected one of the fields from my record. I can change that if I want to. In the properties panel on the right, I just need to select my gallery. So this time I want to select the whole gallery. So you can see the whole gallery has been highlighted. Then in the properties panel on the right, I can go to fields. And then you can see for each label contained within the gallery, I can then set what field it should display. For example, label 1 is set to manager name, subtitle 1 is set to contact number, title 1 has been set to address, etc. I can change this by selecting the drop down. So let's say manager. I'm going to select the drop down, and what I want to do is I want to change this to the store code. So then you see it changes all of the fields now to the store code. So I'm going to play around with this data and get it in a way that I want. So what I want is for the title to be the store code. So I'm going to select that, store code. Then underneath that, I want to change that to have a manager name. So I'm going to change that to the manager name. Then I want the email address. And then on the right, what I want is the store size. So I'm going to change body 1 or label 1 to the store size here. So then it's replicated that across all of the records. I can close this for now. So it's not just text fields that you can insert. You can also insert icons or images. Okay, to insert an icon, I'm going to select the top row of my gallery, and then I'm just going to go to the icons. And because we're talking about store size, I want to insert a little icon of a person. So here we go. I'm just going to insert him there, and I'm going to move him across next to the medium or store size label, and I can adjust that down to the size. And you notice as I'm changing and adjusting the icon, it's changing it for all the rows as well. Okay, we've got our gallery in a pretty good position now. So how do we add some functionality? How do we connect the gallery so that when a user makes a selection, something can happen? So I'll show you that quickly. There's a lot to this and lots of different ways to use galleries. They work particularly well when you connect them with a form. We have a video on that. I'll leave a link to that in the description below, and you can check it out if you want to learn more about how to connect galleries to forms and those interactions. So there's nothing special that you need to do to connect a gallery to anything else. The gallery automatically makes a selection when the user clicks on a certain row. All you need to do is reference the specific selection. So it's really easy. I'll demonstrate with a couple text boxes so that you understand the principle. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to insert a label. So I'm just going to insert a label onto the page over here. Okay, once I've got my text box inserted, what I want to do is reference the specific selection from the gallery. That's really easy to do. You just need to change it in the function bar for the text box. So I have my label text selected. Under the text function, what I'm going to do is instead of text, all you need to do is reference the specific selected item from the gallery. That's really easy. You just type in the gallery name, in this case, gallery 1. And then you have a function called selected, so dot selected. So this is now referencing the specific item selected, but we want to reference the specific field of the selected item. So then you just insert another dot, and then what you'll get is a prompt from all the fields from the data source. In our case, we want to do address, so I'm just going to select address. So now the function is gallery1.selected.address, and you can see the label has changed to the address of the selected field. There is no selected field right now, so the default is the very first record. But if we play the app, I can scroll through it, and then as I make selections, you can see that the label updates. Okay, so that's the basics of galleries. As I mentioned, galleries are a really fantastic way to display records for usability so that the user can then search and filter those records, make selections, and then drive other actions based on the selection of the record. So galleries work really well with forms. If you want to change or edit or create new records within the same data source and then have them displayed in the gallery, that's where you need a form. And if you want to do some searches and filtering of the records within the gallery, there's a little more complexity to that, and it's best suited for another video. Both of these are videos we have, and you can find links to them in the description below. Okay, so that's the basics of galleries. If you want to partake in some full-length PowerApps training, I'll leave you some links in the description below of where you can find that. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. We don't just make informative YouTube videos. On our website, we share free and premium courses, job aids, resources, webinars, and more. So if you like what we do, check it out. You can also find us on major learning platforms such as Udemy and Skillshare. Links to everything can be found in the description. Before you go, don't forget to hit that subscribe and notification bell to never miss an update. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.